What happens when a visionary leader steps out of their comfort zone, leaving behind the polished boardrooms and high-level strategy meetings to truly immerse themselves in the reality of their company's operations? For Elon Musk, the innovative mind behind Tesla's revolutionary advancements, this wasn't merely a thought experiment, it was a challenge he felt compelled to accept. Tesla was thriving, with its cutting-edge electric vehicles captivating the world. But beneath the surface, rumblings of discontent and inefficiencies began to emerge. Reports of production delays, worker dissatisfaction, and operational bottlenecks hinted at cracks in the foundation of the company's success. Elon, known for his relentless pursuit of perfection and hands-on leadership style, realized that addressing these issues would require something far beyond the usual managerial solutions. Long nights spent poring over operational reports and employee feedback left him unsettled. Second-hand information wasn't enough. He needed to see the problems firsthand. It was during one such late-night brainstorming session that a bold idea took shape. Instead of relying on reports or intermediaries, Elon would go undercover as a factory worker, experiencing Tesla's challenges from the ground up. This wasn't just a symbolic gesture, it was a risk. For a CEO of Elon's stature, stepping onto the factory floor as an anonymous worker meant exposing himself to criticism, discomfort, and physical exhaustion. But Elon knew that understanding the true essence of Tesla's workforce required him to shed his identity as a leader and embrace the role of an ordinary employee. With the support of a small, trusted circle, Elon transformed himself into Dan, donning a simple uniform, steel-toed boots, and a name tag that would blend him into the crowd. What unfolded over the next week would redefine Tesla's culture and Elon's perspective on leadership forever. As the sun rose over Sparks, Nevada, the Tesla Gigafactory hummed with activity. Workers streamed into the sprawling facility, their chatter blending with the rhythmic sounds of machinery gearing up for another day of production. For Elon, now indistinguishable from his co-workers as Dan, the energy of the factory was both exhilarating and intimidating. Though he had visited the Gigafactory many times as a CEO, this was his first time stepping into it as a worker, ready to endure the same challenges faced by his team daily. The factory floor was a marvel of modern engineering. Robotic arms moved with precision, conveyor belts carried components in synchronized flows, and workers navigated the bustling environment with practiced efficiency. But Elon's sense of awe quickly gave way to anxiety as he approached his station. Todd, his supervisor, was a no-nonsense manager with a sharp gaze and a knack for spotting inefficiencies. "First day, huh?" Todd said, barely glancing up. "Stick with Eric. He knows the ropes. And don't slow him down." Eric, a wiry man with quick hands and an even quicker temper, wasted no time putting Elon to work. The tasks were relentless, assembling parts, tightening bolts, and moving heavy materials from one end of the factory to another. Within hours, Elon's hands were raw, his muscles ached, and his once clean uniform was covered in grease. The physical demands were unlike anything he'd experienced in years, and the fast pace left little room for error. By the end of the shift, Elon collapsed into a chair in the break room, utterly spent. Yet alongside the exhaustion, he felt a growing respect for his co-workers. Despite the grueling conditions, they tackled their work with determination and pride. For the first time, Elon began to understand the human side of Tesla's mission, not just as an abstract concept, but as a lived experience. Returning to the factory for his second day, Elon felt a mix of dread and determination. The soreness in his body was a constant reminder of the physical toll the job took, but he was more focused on observing and learning. As he worked alongside Eric and the others, he began to notice the small details that defined the workers' day-to-day lives. Lunch breaks became windows into their world, where stories of personal struggles and triumphs were shared over sandwiches and coffee. One coworker, Maria, spoke of juggling long shifts with raising two young children. "Sometimes I barely get to see them awake," she said, her voice heavy with fatigue. Another worker, Jamal, recounted how he was saving every paycheck to finish his college degree. "This job is tough," he admitted, "but it's my ticket to something better." The more Elon listened, the more he realized how much the workers sacrificed to keep Tesla moving forward. Yet their sacrifices often went unnoticed. Complaints about faulty equipment and unpredictable schedules were common, but solutions were rare. During the afternoon shift, Elon witnessed a particularly troubling incident. By the third day, Elon was no longer seen as an outsider. His co-workers had accepted him as part of the team, and this newfound camaraderie gave him a clearer view of their ingenuity and resilience. Late in the evening, another production hiccup occurred. A robotic welder broke down, threatening to halt the assembly line. Rather than waiting for the official repair crew, Louise, a resourceful worker with years of experience, led a small group in an impromptu fix. Using spare parts and makeshift tools, the team managed to get the welder operational within minutes. Elon watched in awe as Louise explained her approach, her hands moving with practiced precision. "You learned to improvise," she said with a wry smile. "If we waited for management to fix everything, we'd never meet our quotas." Moments like these repeated throughout the week. Workers constantly found ways to streamline processes, redesign tools, and solve problems on their own. Yet their innovations rarely received acknowledgement or support from higher-ups. For Elon, it was a bittersweet realization. Tesla's success relied not just on cutting-edge technology, but on the creativity and determination of its people, qualities that often went unrecognized. By the end of the week, Elon knew he couldn't remain silent. During the morning meeting, as workers gathered for routine updates, he stepped forward, his heart pounding with anticipation. Clad in his worker's uniform, he cleared his throat and began to speak. "I have something important to share," he said, his voice steady but filled with emotion. The room fell silent as dozens of curious eyes turned toward him. "My name isn't Dan," he continued. "My name is Elon Musk." Gasps rippled through the crowd, followed by a stunned silence. Some workers exchanged incredulous glances, while others simply stared, trying to process the revelation. "I've spent this week working alongside you," Elon said, his voice growing stronger. "I wanted to see what Tesla is really like. Not from a boardroom, but from the factory floor. What I've seen has humbled me. You are the heart and soul of this company, and starting today, we're going to do better. For all of you." The room erupted into applause, a mix of relief, gratitude, and cautious optimism. For the first time, many workers felt truly seen and valued by their leader. True to his word, Elon implemented sweeping changes in the weeks that followed. Safety audits were expedited, faulty equipment was repaired, and a new system was introduced to ensure workers' voices were heard. A direct innovation forum was established, allowing employees to submit ideas and receive recognition for their contributions. The impact was immediate. Louise's makeshift repair inspired a new maintenance protocol, while Jamal's suggestions for process improvements were adopted company-wide. Morale soared as workers realized their efforts were being acknowledged and valued. Reflecting on the experience, Elon later said in an interview, "Leadership isn't about sitting at the top and giving orders. It's about understanding the struggles of every person in the organization and working together to find solutions. This week taught me more than any meeting ever could.